Hello and welcome to another episode of Operation Double Mythic. Today we are doing more Ether Drift drafting, so let's not mince words, let's get right into it. Okay, let's see what we got. Now, pick one, pack one, Caradora, Heart of Alacria. This is obviously a very strong card, but you want it on the splash. I'm really not sure if green-white mid-range is all that exciting, all that good. Other options in this pack, so Ranger's Ether Hive is a pretty excellent card. And that is kind of it. Those are the only two that I would first pick. Maybe Adrenaline Jockey, but I think Ether Hive is much better. I guess Adrenaline Jockey is easier to play in red. There's also a Stampeding Scaryfoot and a Beast Rider Vanguard. Caradora can be strong, right? Pretty tempted to take it. Green is very strong. I still think I'd rather be in blue-green at this point in the format, though. And I think that Ether Hive is still better. But no, I am going to take the Caradora. I think it's too early in the format to assume that green-white isn't good. So I'm going to give it a chance. Also, Caradora is a card that we can splash. So let's bear that in mind. Now there is a stock up. Honestly, I wish I'd taken the... the Ether Hive. There's a stock up, a Lightning Strike. Daring Mechanic is fantastic as a follow-up to Caradora. Molt Tender is great. Sky Streak Engineer, Grim Bauble, Hazard of the Dunes, really good pack. This is a pack full of playable cards. So we could take the Molt Tender to splash for the Caradora if that is what we want to do. I prefer just taking the stock up as the best card in the pack right now. It could also be Grim Bauble or Lightning Strike, but I'm going to take the stock up and stay open. Pathbreaker Ibex. When this creature attacks, creatures you control gain trample and +X/+X, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. That is a really strong finisher in green. And our other options aren't even that good. I guess there's like Bounce Off is okay. Broken Wings is okay. Decent even. Bloodghast I'm not that excited about. It's got some interesting combos in the format. But a single Bloodghast I don't think is going to really make or break your draft. Fuel the Flames is fine. So okay, we'll take the Ibex. And now... now this is a little interesting. So there's Collision Course as a removal spell, Bounce Off and Flood the Engine as blue interaction. I'm going to take Point the Way here. I found Point the Way to be quite the overperformer because the ramp is so good. It's also fixing. I really like this card. So I'm going to take the Point the Way, and I'm feeling pretty solidly in green. But we will see. We'll see where else we end up. Would like to play the stock up, but I mean, here we can see a couple of decent green cards. Guidelight Synergist is very good. Ketramos isn't. I guess with the Ibex, I think blue-green is the color that we want to do the most, but maybe I'm supposed to take Kickoff Celebrations or the aggressive 2/1. To make Point the Way a little bit better. Yeah, do you know, I'm going to speculate on the green-red exhaust deck being open. And take the Prow Catcher Specialist there. So there is another Prow Catcher Specialist. Silken Strength. Apparently is actually doing very well. We don't want the Bleach Bone. I mean, Hull Drifter is good. Gear Seeker is good. Interesting. I guess there's a... I don't think we're as likely to do blue-red now. So I think I want another Prow Catcher Specialist. Do you know what? I'm going to take a Silken Strength here. I think I've got to try this card out. It's doing really well in the data. They mentioned it on the on the Lords of Limited podcast, so I guess we'll take it. We'll give it a go. Now this is between Tyrox. Intimidation Tactics is good, and then there's the Gilded Goda as well. Glitch Ghost Surveyor, also quite good, though. I think best card in the pack is the Glitch Ghost Surveyor. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that, and it's looking like blue-green might be the way to go. Slick Imitator is interesting. Surveyor, Loxodon Surveyor is a decent card. Howler's Heavy is surprisingly playable. And so is the End Rider Catalyst. What would I prefer to have? Might just be the Howler's Heavy. I think Slick Imitator is interesting, but you don't need it in your deck. Whereas the Howler's Heavy is a card that you might find yourself kind of needing. Going to take a Spectral Interference here over the second Howler's Heavy. And I guess I'll take the starting column for fixing now. So kind of sad that we didn't get that Ether Hive all the way back. I really don't think it's likely that I would play 2 starting column. So I guess I'll take Fuel the Flames here. And then a Ticket Tortoise or a Pedal. I mean, red is seeming pretty open. I'm going to take the Pedal because it does feel like red is open. So a pivot into red is not unreasonable. And, you know, now I think it's Rocketeer Boost Buggy. Gastel Thrill Roller is okay. It's a decent card. I feel like the Boost Buggy is really strong, though. Like, I've absolutely loved this card. In green, I guess there's nothing else really interesting in red-green here. So, look, I'll take the Boost Buggy. I think we're bringing the Prowlcatcher Specialist back in. And we need to decide whether we are blue-green or red-green. Leaning towards red-green right now. I think our red cards are looking a bit better. Yeah, looking a little bit better than our blue cards are. Now we have Greenbelt Guardian, which is a great one. There is a Midnight Mangler, Flood the Engine in blue. These are decent cards. Thunderhead Gunner, also fantastic. But Greenbelt Guardian is pretty great. It's a good finisher. All of these cards, the Prowlcatcher Specialist, works well with Caradora. The Greenbelt Guardian puts 1/1 counters on itself, as does the Boost Buggy. So they all work well with Caradora, make Caradora worth splashing. And now, best card... I mean, there's a Scurryfoot and a Spike Spitter. Both of these are really excellent. Both of those are really, really good cards. Is the Scurryfoot better? I honestly think it's really close. I think it's really close. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which of these is the better pick. I'm going to take the Scurryfoot. I think it's probably better for the little bit of speed synergy that we have. Now there is a Push the Limit. So we could take this. There's actually, I guess the other option is Loxodon Surveyor, which is fine. But do I take Push the Limit? And like it gets all mounts and vehicles back. We don't have any mounts right now. We do have one vehicle, but if we then take all of the cycling vehicles, this becomes an interesting deck. Pack 2, pick 4. It might be too late. Possession Engine, also like an excellent card. But I think I'm going to take the Loxodon Surveyor. Look, if I saw the big reanimation spell a little bit earlier, then I would take it and I would build that deck. I think it's better to just build a good red-green exhaust deck rather than all of the cycling artifacts. I think that card is more of a blue-red card anyway. Now, there's a Broken Wings in this pack. I wouldn't mind that. Absolutely going to take Boom Scholar, though. Boom Scholar is really strong. And we have quite a few exhaust abilities. We are a little bit low on removal, I will say. There's a Lightning Strike. I mean, that's pretty nice. I'm going to take that over Alacrian Jaguar for sure. Silken Strength is kind of a piece of interaction. Lands to splash Caradora would be nice. Certainly not going to turn my nose up at those. Gilded Goda here, also pretty decent card. So the Goda and the Boost Buggy are both just great for ramping you and fixing because they make treasures. Another Boom Scholar is sick. There's also a Rugged Highlands. I would love that, but absolutely taking the second Boom Scholar. They make their own abilities cheaper if you have both of them, and it's just great, really strong. None of these cards are really what I want. I can see taking the Avishkar Raceway. Not that excited about that. Not that likely to even play it, but I'll take it. Not really what you want when you are fixing. It looks like blue is mad open. Kind of a shame. But we are pretty firmly in our lane. I quite like Walking Sarcophagus. I do also like Pedal to the Metal. Do you know what? I'm going to take the Pedal to the Metal. I think it's better in the exhaust decks because you can hold up the exhaust, you can hold up the Pedal to the Metal, and we're not really a Start Your Engines deck. It's not super important for us. We are an exhaust deck. With the counters and whatnot. So in this last pack, we need a few more playables. Could do with one more good piece of removal. A few more playables. And we do want to find some fixing. There is a Veloheart Bike in this pack, which is a good piece of fixing. Molt Tender also can fix. I think I prefer the Veloheart Bike. Molt Tender is fantastic, but I don't actually want to mill my own stuff. Not in this deck, at least. Gas Guzzler is fantastic, but let's stay in our lane. Take the Veloheart Bike. It's a good piece of fixing. Helps splash for Caradora. March of the Welders is absolutely disgustingly strong. So we have a couple of absolutely busted 6-drops. Ramping to those and then winning the game from there is going to be our tactic, and I think it's going to work pretty well. There's an Earth Rumbler in this pack. Sky Crash, Surveyor, Silken Strength are all cards I would take. But March of the Welders is absolutely busted. So definitely taking that. Now, we could take Lightning Strike. We could also take the Ketrodon. I think I'm leaving the Ketrodon behind. I think it's fantastic. I do think it's fantastic, but we've got 2 6-drops already, which are really, really strong. So I will take the Lightning Strike here. Now there's a Redshift. So this is just a 2-mana 2/3 with like ramp for your exhaust spells. Beast Rider, potentially worth the splash as well. And then there's a Hazard of the Dunes. I mean, I think Redshift's pretty good. Pretty good with these Pedal to the Metals. Good for holding up your exhaust activations. It's also just a good 2-drop. It crews well. I would love a Hazard, but I'll take the Redshift here. Second Redshift is interesting. Might not be right. I think it probably is. We might not play it. There's nothing else to take. We've got the top end we want. We just want to, like, hit our treasures and then find one of these spells. Splash for Caradora. Yeah, I don't think we want to take Terry in here. I do think this is a really good card, but I don't think we need it, and we've got a couple of combat tricks already. I'll take the second Redshift. So, Veloheart Bike for fixing and ramp. Spire Mech Cycle is pretty aggressive, and it's between those two. I think we're good on 2-drops. Gonna take the Velo Heart Bike. And then we can cut the... I'm pretty sure we can cut the start your engine, the starting column. Could take another Lightning Strike. That could be right. It could also be the Spire Mech Cycle. Which I think is... I think it is the Spire Mech Cycle. At this point, we could just do with a few more creatures. This could be Rocky Roads. I'll take the Dynamite Diver. We could also take Apocalypse Runner, although only Redshift is going to have power 2 or less. So Dynamite Diver, cheap creature, cruise well. I don't think I really want Kickoff Celebrations. I think I'll take the Wild Roads. We have a Boost Buggy, 2 bikes, so I think we can take Wild Roads pretty comfortably there. Silken Strength or Pedal to the Metal. I'm going to take the Silken Strength. I want to try this out. Nothing in this pack. Windscarred Crag is an incredible find there. And I'm feeling pretty good about where we're at. I'm feeling pretty good. Just a few cuts to make. So I have to say, I do like Avishkar Raceway. And we do have 2 Velo Heart Bikes and a Boost Buggy and a Goda to make treasures. So I think we have the Windscarred Crag as well. I would consider just cutting the planes. Oh, no, I should play the planes. I should play the planes because we have Point in the Way. So 1 planes is worth playing. And then actually we have quite a bit of fixing. So we could maybe even cut a bike. What we probably will cut, though, is the Fuel the Flames. I can see Fuel the Flames being a cut. Let's see, we're at 12 creatures. However, Boost Buggy is basically a creature. As is a Mech Cycle, because it can become a creature very easily with its exhaust. So that puts us on 14 creatures, which is okay. But that does mean that the 2 cuts are going to be coming out of our non-creature spells. So I don't want to cut Point in the Way, because ramping into these 6 drops is going to be incredibly busted. I think I'm probably cutting 2 of these spells. I think it's probably Fuel the Flames is a cut. And I can see cutting a bike. I can see cutting a Pedal to the Metal and trying the Silken Strength. And if we don't like the Silken Strength, we can go back to Pedal to the Metal. So I think I'm going to run it like this. I like the look of this. I like the look of this a lot. We have 8 green sources. Avishkar Raceway I'm really on the fence about, because we have triple green. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to cut the Raceway and just add another forest. So we've got 9 green sources, 7 red sources, and 2 white. Yeah, okay, I'm in for this. I think we have to ask whether Silken Strength is better than Pedal to the Metal. And we have to ask whether Point in the Way is better than, like... Where are the rest of our cards? Is that it? No, it's not. Where are the rest of my cards? Oh, I see. Is Point in the Way better than... Probably just like Fuel the Flames or a Pedal to the Metal? I think it probably will be, but that's the question we're going to ask. Okay, let's go. Well, punished for the splash. We need green. That's probably, it's our most important color. This is a keep. I think the Spire Mech Cycler is going back. Caradora can always find it in from our library anyway. So, Scurryfoot. What does the opponent have for 1 white? Probably just cycle something, or the +2/+2 combat trick. Midnight Mangler. So we can actually kill the Mangler here. Because this is saddle 1, right? So we can... we can saddle up. We can just attack. Sweet, make a 3/4. And we will play out our Greenbelt Guardian as well. So next turn we can activate either of these exhaust abilities. Nesting Bot. So they could have the Ride's End. I don't think we are going to play around it if they do. Am I supposed to play this out? Maybe. Okay, let's just attack first. Okay. A chump block. Light shield parry, giving it +2/+2. Oh, well, I mean, I can just exhaust this. I think I played this person before. But yeah, they must have missed that. Guide Light Synergist as an 0/4. And another Silken Strength. Okay, so this, yeah, we're just going to do the same thing again. Do I want to kill it? I actually think I do, because it's a good card. Okay, opponent scoops it up. Okay, good land. Not a very good curve, but we'll keep it. Velo Heart Bike into Spire Mech Cycle is not the worst, but it is just very slow. I'm going to save the Lightning Strike for removal rather than a point of speed. That is a good card to hit. Kept 2 on top. I'm going to Lightning Strike this. Going to do it now. And now there's a red shift. Redshift is available. I'm still just going to Velo Heart Bike. Glitch Ghost Surveyor, okay. Well, we can send the bike and trade for the Glitch Ghost Surveyor. I'm kind of in for that. I'm liking Silken Strength quite a lot. If they, yeah, they spend their turn getting the redshift offline. I draw the land, so this is Spire Mech Cycle. We can exhaust it, tap the Velo Heart Bike, get in for 6 with haste, point of speed. If we have nothing else to do, we can just ramp next turn. Memory Guardian looking pretty bad. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to attack. That is 3 points of speed. Going to play the Greenbelt Guardian. This is not just as a sorcery, right? No. Interesting. You're going to target the Greenbelt. I will exhaust it. Pedal to the metal. Okay. So we just win here because we so we can give this +3/+0. Do not think they can do anything. Maybe +4/+0 just to be safe in case they have the -1/-1. Okay, I mean that felt pretty good. Opponent's making some mistakes, though. Yeah, casting the Grim Bauble in that last game from our opponent was a bit of a weird one. The lands are screwing us today. Okay, this is fine. Put back in Mountain. Yeah, Grim Bauballing a creature like that's 2 opponents who have played into an exhaust activation. I feel like at this point in the format, people should probably know. So there was stick from the opponent. That could be a pedal to the metal. That's most likely a pedal to the metal. Could also be like a was it Road Rage, the 1 mana deal 2. Or a Galvanic Blast something. So it could be a deal 2 damage spell, or a pedal to the metal. Okay, well that's interesting. I want to play around a lightning strike, but if they have a deal 2 damage type spell, then I just want to exhaust the boost buggy rather than putting the boom scholar down. Okay. Because if I put the boom scholar down in crew, then the 2 damage is enough to kill the boost buggy. Cool, they had the lightning strike as well. Okay. So I still think they have a, like, pedal to the metal or a 2 damage trick. Artillerist, we have drawn our Ibex. That is not ideal. We did need to draw some land. Interesting. I suppose I am on the defensive. Clamorous Ironclad. Well, we have the lightning strike for that. No attacks. Okay. I guess we're just waiting. Okay, well that doesn't build your speed. Thunderhead Gunner. That's good. Lots of big, beefy creatures on that side of the board. I need to hit my land drops. Pretty sure they have the first strike trick. I'm gonna see if I can goad them into using it. Okay, no response from them. Fine. Land is good. Am I attacking? I guess I am. Silken Strength makes 1, 2. This does 3. So I guess I'm just attacking with the Boom Scholar. Land off the top would actually be fantastic. Gravestalker. And a Howl Squad Heavy, okay. Ugh, it's awkward, but they're playing it pretty slow. I've got to do something with the cards in hand. I need to just draw a land and play these 2 6-drops. Pedal to the metal. Ugh, doing nothing. Am I supposed to attack? Use the combat trick? Nothing to block on the way back. Attack with the 2/3. Take out, like, if I take out the Gravestalker and then they swing back, it's really bad. Okay, no attacks. I think what I need to hope for is I draw land, they draw nothing but land, although they have this Thunderhead Gunner, so that's not super likely. But this was a pretty unlucky sequence. Multi-5, not draw enough land. If we die with these cards in our hand, that's pretty unfortunate. So we'll give you +2. I guess there's no reason not to just make it 4. Okay. It's kind of a land, but my god, is this slow as fuck. So we need to play the... I think it's best to play the Pathbreaker Ibex first. And then March of the World-Ooze, because then everything gets +12 and trample, so we win on the next turn. So we have to surprise them. Am I trading the Velo Heart Bike? I can't, right? Trade one of these for a Gravestalker. Or just take the 5. Life total is nice and high. I think I'm going to take the 5 for now. Miserable, though. Right, there's a land. So that is at least means I can crew the Velo Heart Bike. But this is just pass. If we survive this turn cycle, we play March of the World-Ooze, everything becomes 6/6s. We use the... and then the Pathbreaker makes everything 12/12 trample. That is going to be 36 points of trample damage, which is enough to get the opponent dead, I'm pretty sure. They are going to have 4, 7, 12, 16, 20 points of toughness. So they would be going down to 1 if they traded off their entire board. And actually the Dynamite Diver would do it. So if they tap anything here, Dynamite Diver would... Oh, well, now they're on 18. They surely are attacking, like, tapping down a little bit more stuff. Like, for God's sake. Okay, that's good. Come on, dude. My god. Well, I guess I'd rather risk the Velo Heart Bike. This is... I don't know why they're not attacking, though. I still think it is best to just March of the Worldoos and start attacking, but maybe I'm supposed to leave the Pathbreaker Ibex back and start attacking with just one 12-12. Because they've just been so conservative that I think now I don't have lethal. Greenbelt Guardian. It's a good follow-up. So we're going to March of the Worldoos. So this is... I mean, this is disgusting amounts of trample. But does it get them dead? I think I'm just sending the Dynamite Diver for now. This is a bit strange. Because it still deals the 1 damage. That got a lot of toughness off the board. So the attack is again going to be for 36 with trample. They have 3, 6, 10, 15, so they're taking 21 points of damage on the swing back. $21 points of damage on the swing back. Okay. Let them do the maths here. Pretty sure this is lethal. Sweet. I mean, I think we would have lost that game if the opponent hadn't been so conservative. Okay, well, this is a good curve. Marauding Mako. Tempting to play the point the way here. I'm just going to get the red shift in play. And a Sky Ray. Fuck it now. Okay, well, Silken Strength is really not bad, is it? Vigilance, also very strong. But that's it. Maybe we can trade for the Sky Ray here. Doctor Fabricator. Okay. Flipping it. Let's hope that they just attack. They don't. Opponent is wise and smart. Well, we are just attacking. We can also play the Prow Catcher. It becomes a 4/3. Taking it all. We are going to have to go way over the top of this. The trample from Boom Scholar is going to be important because they're going to make a bunch of 1/1s. Well, this is a hell of a lot of good cards. But again, they are being very, very conservative. Silken Strength would save the red shift, but not trade for the Doctor. So, look, I think I'm just going to attack. Yeah, unfortunately this isn't a trade, but this is still fine. Or, like, we're not really getting a ton of value out of it, but it's okay. Boom Scholar's pretty good too. Like, we're pushing a lot of damage. And the opponent has had a ton of really great stuff. Maybe they can just slow down? Chill for a sec? They have had one of the most busted red-blue starts I have seen. Ibex is very, very interesting. So, I want to point the way. I want to attack with the Boom Scholar. Because they would have to trade... What? Well, they'd have to triple block it. Activate abilities. Okay, so I can play the Loxodon Surveyor. And I need a little bit of time. The 4/3 trades with what? Do you know what? Anything that it trades with is good. So I think just the 4/3 goes in. We end the turn, we point the way, we play the Pathbreaker, and on the following turn, we're in pretty good shape. If the opponent doesn't draw any removal, which it would kind of be unfair if they did. Ether Siphon. Ether Siphon plus draw card is good. If they do not draw a removal spell, I think we can just win. No attacks. So we will go and get our white. And I guess we'll get double green. And a green belt guardian to top it off. I think I'm happy sending the 4-3 again. The 3-3 stays back. If the Boom Scholar goes in, becomes a 5-5. It gets blocked by what? This, this, and this? Kind of think that's okay. But then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not leaving me enough to play the Ibex. Okay. So we're just sending with the Prowlcatcher Specialist. A humble send. Get the 1-1 off the field. Play this. You go ahead, you mill me. Play this. Guess I could have given the Prowlcatcher trample, actually. But if they do not interact with the Pathbreaker this turn, I just win next turn. Pretty sure I do. So that's a good start for them. Keep digging, keep digging. Although I do like to see them digging. March of the Weldu's gone. Okay, love to see that. They'd need like land, flood the engines, or a bounce spell, but looking better and better for us. 7 cards down there, so we're safe from mill for now, because they can't exhaust this anymore anyway. Finn wicks it. I think that wins. I don't think we can lose right now. Sick. Okay, that was a busted red-blue start, and we still got there. Super happy with that. That puts us in Diamond, boy! Yes! Oh, sorry, Orion. Did I scare you? Oh, I'm sorry. I scared the shit out of Ori, because I shouted. Diamond 4. Love to see it. Awesome. Absolutely wicked run. Okay. This is Mulligan. Having a great run. Getting, I think, pretty unlucky with the lands, but hey, it's Magic the Gathering, and we're getting there anyway. Although our opponents are being very forgiving and making quite a few mistakes, so it kind of, it's all balancing out, I suppose. Opponent kept, we mulligan. Ugh, we keep this. I think I'm putting back the Caradora and hoping to draw a creature. We can take some risks because we are, you know, we're 4-0. Of course. What else would I draw? Well, opponent's off to a slow start too, so that's something. Not going to trade. Not going to trade because we have these combat tricks in hand for next turn. Opponent? Just block it. It's a bluff. Okay. Dynamite Diver here. Hold up Silken Strength and First Strike if we need it. They sure do have a lot of mana open. I still think I'm supposed to go for this. Okay, no removal or combat tricks from the opponent. They definitely would have used it there if they had it. What? What? What are they doing? Oh, a fight spell? Fights target creature and opponent controls. Does the first strike... I need to Google this. Does the first strike apply to a fight? First strike doesn't have any effect on fight spells. So... this just is going to happen. Okay. I mean, that was pretty weird, I think. Boost buggy. So we can give... we play the boost buggy. We can give this +2, +0, and first strike. They would need to... yeah, this is no attacks. They would need to pump it twice to save it. And I'm fine if they spend their turn doing that. I'm happy with that. Well, that's annoying. Okay, x equals 2 over here. You don't have an attack. Opponent, you don't have an attack. Unless you have a trick in hand. Opponent. So many opponents have fallen for this. So many. Ugh, do I have to block this thing? I think I do. I have plenty of mana. And it getting +1/+1 menace is pretty significant. They also have this Amonkhet Raceway. So I don't want to allow them to get to max speed. Yeah, a few too many lands for us. Not a good place to be. Okay, they milled a spin out. They get back their hazard. I think what I need is March of the World Ooze and then a series of creatures. Like, I just got to take 6 here. Find March. Yeah, land off the top's not going to do it. That's a shame. That is a shame. It was a pretty dodgy hand and a mull, though, so I don't feel too bad about it. But, like, yeah, what we need is March of the World Ooze. This is just lethal now, right? Yeah. Alright. That is fine. That is fine. Let's try not to get knocked right back down into platinum. Oh, man. Opponent goes first. Can I keep this on the play? I think the risk is too high. It is a really good hand if we draw a mountain, but I think the risk is too high. Again, so this is keepable because any land can work. But I think I'm going to put back the combat trick. But yeah, like, we just cannot find keepable hands. We also seem to not be able to find our third land. And, like, what are you going to do? Why are they playing a carrion cruiser with... Okay. Like, this is a joke, man. Okay, well, at least this is something. Opponent's playing a bit weird. But Malta 5, can't find our third land. Arena is conspiring against us. Scurryfoot. Okay. They're gonna attack. They did not play out... They did not play out their Omnivore, so they have a removal spell here. Happy if they use their spin out right there. I'm going to start ramping. And I guess I just want to get the Ibex in play. Not finding the land is actually just driving me crazy. Okay. Well, I guess this is... I mean, I could play Velo Heart Bike and then a Boost Buggy. That's pretty bad. I think it's Dynamite Diver. And a Boom Scholar. Start building to the board. The Diver actually does block their 2-drops. was pretty interesting playing the carrion cruiser on turn 3. I don't think I would have done that. Yeah, we've got to keep up with the board that they're building and then come down with the Pathbreaker for a win. Okay, taking 3. There's a land. So, let's see. We can do... Not playing out the Dynamite Diver just yet. I think I want to do Velo Heartbike Boost Buggy. Other option is just attack with the Boom Scholar. They will probably trade like this. That's not very good. Okay. So it's Velo Heartbike, Boost Buggy. No attacks. We're doing fuck all. And just hoping they don't draw removal. Need time. I need time. Guess I'm trading the Boost Buggy at this point for the 3/3 if they attack. No, I should trade a Velo Heartbike. Because the Boost Buggy can be a creature. I think we're still trying to buy time set up for the Ibex turn. Okay, that's fine. They're not being too aggressive. With a little bit of time, we can get there. Interesting. Blossoming Sands. Okay, so if I play this forest, I go get 2 lands, then I have 2 mana left over. Kind of achieving nothing. I also could just play out the Ibex and then animate it next turn. And then I'm winning. Do they have removal? I think I have to play into it and hope that they don't. But all of our creatures are going to get +4/+4 and trample. And we're going to be attacking with 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Which is going to be 3, 6, 9, 13... plus... Jesus, the maths is hard on this. 13 plus 16. So 29 trample damage versus 19 life and... Oh, very interesting. Right, 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess I am blocking. All I need to do is survive this. So if I trade with the 3/3, then this is 2, this is 6, 8, 9 damage. They need to do an additional 6. 2 Bestow Greatnesses would do it, but then Bestow Greatness gives trample anyway. So if it's 2 Bestow Greatnesses, I couldn't beat it, no matter what. Okay, well that's very good. That is a very good card. Silken Strength is also quite good. So Velo Heartbike has to crew here. The attack is for 3, 6, 10 plus 12. 22 trample damage. They have to make a bunch of blocks. 22 trample damage. I think this is worth it, especially with the Silken Strength in hand. And with Boom Scholar activation up. Yeah, 22 trample. They need to soak up 3 points of toughness, and we do have the Silken Strength, which can probably, like, can lend us an extra point if we need it. Can attack, can untap and defend us. And we've got an extra 2 points here as well. Oh, no we don't. No we don't. We don't have the mana for that. Okay, let's see what this is then. Could actually, I've got 5 mana, so I could actually Silken Strength and then have 4 mana left over to point the way. Okay. That's a bit odd. So they're soaking up 5 points of trample, so 22 is going to go down to 17. So we'll... Oh, shit. I didn't see the third blocker. Did not see the third blocker, but that's still fine. We still have enough to win the game with the Boom Scholar. Ah, I thought there was only 2 creatures blocking there. That's totally on me. Just totally missed it. Still, I think if they commit to an attack this turn and the Boom Scholar survives, then we can crew and win next turn. Because this is for 5. They can only pump once. Okay. If they don't have a creature to block with, then the Velo Heartbike is going to get them dead. They have a 2-drop. They have a Gibberic Omnivore. So Lightning Strike off the top wins. I did throw that away, though. I threw the Heartbreaker Ibex away. I could have saved it. Yeah, Lightning Strike off the top for the win. Lightning Strike or nothing. Yeah, I punted. I punted that game. We could have had the Ibex available here, and then we would guarantee the win here. That's nothing. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I punted that. We should have won that game. I did not see that they'd blocked it with 3 creatures. I thought they'd only blocked it with 2, and I thought it was a weird block. So that was pretty silly. Okay. Racking the next one up. We went 4-0. We're now 4-2. 1-2, some bad luck. Another game because I absolutely punted it. But pretty insane curve right now. Mako. I mean, I do want to destroy the Mako, but we don't have to do it just yet. Good. I was hoping they wouldn't trade there. Pick off celebrations. And a Silken Strength. Silken Strength is nice. So we can attack. We can actually make the 3-3 right now. But I think this is the time. Oh, actually, could I play Boom Scholar and then make the 3-3? I can. That's really good. I want to do that. This costs 2 less. This gives me 2 mana. Yeah, okay. Okay, busted start. Magmakin and pass. I think that's gonna probably just do the trick, to be honest. So we are just gonna go all in on the attack. Let's use our Silken Strength here. And then we're just going to pass the turn. We have double Lightning Strike in hand, so pretty sure we've just got this. They're on 8 life. Another Magmakin Artillerist. Cyclone Ironclad, grow the Mako. Sweet. I mean, that was a pretty monstrous red-green exhaust start from us. Feeling good. I think this deck absolutely can trophy. I did punt one game, which I still am a little bit salty about. But I think this deck absolutely can trophy. Still, we are 5-2, so we are playing in hard mode. A single loss and we're out. And I'm never going to complain about 5 wins in best of 1 drafts. That's a success as far as I'm concerned. Good. Ugh. Well, it's a playable hand. We do have the removal spell. Think I am supposed to lead on the wild roads. Well, now I still think I'm leading on the wild roads. Market back Walker. Well, that is interesting. Draws one card right now. So I'm going to play out the Dynamite Diver. 4 mana is kind of the key for them. So we want to be able to remove stuff in response. Okay. Boom Scholar is very good. We do have our own Boom Scholar here. So they can exhaust for 2. I believe I'm just supposed to Lightning Strike the Boom Scholar. And I think I'm supposed to attack with the Dynamite Diver, gain a point of speed. Okay. Boost Buggy. Weird. I'm gonna get my point of speed. Now, I could play the Velo Heartbreaker here. If I Silken Strength, I can block, always kill the Scarifer even if they exhaust. Velo Heartbite would trade with the Boost Buggy if they do that. Okay, I think I'm just going to play the Velo Heartbite out. Hold up Silken Strength. Second Boom Scholar, that's pretty sick. Okay. So they're going to make a treasure. I am going to untap this. Trade here. Deal 1 to the Scarifoot. We also have our own Boom Scholar. Well, I'm going to do this because they make each other's exhaust abilities cheaper, which is pretty sick. So they exhaust for 4 now. Lifecraft engine. Naming goblet. I mean, I'm happy to take 4 here. Well, they have 2 mana left. If they give +4/+4, that would be pretty bad. I think I'm just taking 4. This cruise for 3. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna have 2 mana left over, 3 mana left over. So if I activate this, I'll have 3 mana left. That's not enough to point the way, so I'm just gonna deal 6. Feels like a lightning strike. So I'm just going to pass with all my mana up. Really feels like they have a lightning strike. This is 2 and a sack. So I can do this, make a pilot, and also point the way. Yeah, sack the point the way. I mean, I think it's worth going for. Oh, it's only as a sorcery. So I should have done that on my turn. I always forget this is only as a sorcery. I'm going to get my plains, and we've got 3 mountains and 1, 2, 3 forests. So we'll take 2 forests and a mountain. Of course, it is a forest off the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lets us exhaust both of these cards. This is 10. They're going to show me the lightning strike now. Run over. That's fine. Do I want to hit them for 9? Yeah, I think the extra 2 points of damage weren't super worth it. But they got to be on guard for next turn. We need to close this game out. We're drawing too much land. They do actually have lethal if they have a creature. They can crew the Lifecraft engine. Yeah, that is... oh, that's not lethal because they can't exhaust. Okay. Red shift. Not really doing it, but I can get in for... I can get in for a chunk. Is redshift better as a blocker? Does the 1/1 go in? All they have to do is saddle and they win next turn, so I think I'm playing redshift out and just attacking all. And I have to make it so that they can't saddle, so I have to... This is 5... This is 10 points of trample, so this is actually lethal. Yeah. This is, 10 points of trample. They have 5 toughness on the board, so this is just lethal. Ooh. Wow. That was right down to the wire. Unreal. Okay, sweet. This is it. Final boss. Vagabond. Down here. Up here. Is our final boss. This is not a hand we can keep. Very, very... Like, I hate that. I hate that. Great. This is also... You know, we have to keep this, but... I don't like it. I think I'm supposed to put back... a forest. I think best case scenario is... yeah, we've had to take so many mulligans in this draft. I think going 6-1 was incredibly fortunate. If we don't draw land now, it just wasn't in the cards. Okay. Mountain off the top would be our best draw. World Wagon. Mountain off the top is pretty much essential now. Well, that actually does kind of work. Because we can use the Goda to crew the bike and then Silken Strength. Or just trade. Oh, no, it doesn't work. Oh, yeah, I can actually. I can Silken Strength, untap the bike, and then crew it. Jesus, that's weird, but... I think it's correct. And if they have any kind of interaction, just sucks for us, but... is what it is. We can actually give the Velo Hut Bike first strike too. Okay, 8-8. They crew. They attack. Don't know how we're going to beat the 8-8 next. So, we are going to crew. Silken Strength. Place the block. Pedal to the metal. X equals 0. What an absolutely bizarre sequence. But we needed to do it. Okay, so We're just attacking here. Blink and 1, 2. Ugh, nothing is good here. Nothing is good. I guess I'm just playing the Boom Scholar out, taking 8. And now we have no playable cards in hand. But hey, you know, Malta 6, still not finding our colors. So we didn't cast Caradora once this entire draft. I do think it was right. I think it's a powerful card. I think it was worth the splash, but it has screwed us over in more games than it has benefited us. And that's a real shame. If we didn't have the white splash, I think there's 2 games we could have won if we'd have just played red-green. So that is a lesson learned, and this game is over. A sad way to end it, but 6-1 is pretty good. And definitely, if we did not try and splash the Caradora, I think we had a trophy on our hands. Also, if I didn't pump that one game, then we would have had a trophy deck on our hands. Really quite salty about it, because I think there's a couple of different ways that we could have trophied that draft, and not doing so is very bitter. But still a good result. Great deck. Tons of fun. So that is it for this episode of Operation Double Mythic. My name is Josh. Please, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, comment, all those things, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye from me.